And over the last couple of months, I've been trying to fix it because it was in rough shape. And I think it's very clear that me trying to fix the restaurant was me trying to fix whatever was happening with my brother. And I don't know, maybe fix the whole family, because that restaurant, it has, and it does mean a lot to people.
This scene tells us a lot about Carmy, and that's the reason why I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, it's a great piece of art. The acting, the writing, they are both great, but it falls into one of the biggest storytelling mistakes. Don't tell, show. In this 7 minutes long monologue, the show gives us almost everything about Carmy's character, and all that excessive exposition makes us lazy. Instead of letting us use our own perspective and think about the character, it simply feeds us information without leaving room for our own interpretation. But in the second season, I think the writers decided to change their approach and made a better choice. Rather than depending on lengthy monologues, the show shifted its focus towards subtle character developments and implied backgrounds. This intentional change allowed us to maintain a stronger connection with the characters while also encouraging active thought and ponder about their stories. So in this video, I'll dive into the Bear's new approach and how it used subtlety to enhance our understanding of why Carmy is the man that he is, and also explore how it effectively used its plot devices to deepen Carmy's character. So from now on, this video will contain spoilers. In Season 2, Episode 6, we get a glimpse of why Carmy is the man that he is. In the episode, we witness his incredibly dysfunctional and chaotic family life that plagued him since his childhood and continues to affect him in the present day. The thing is, Carmy already knows that he's shaped by that toxic environment. He really tried hard to push down the chaos, dysfunction, and mental health issues that run in his family, but deep down, they still affect him. Sometimes burying our traumatic upbringing doesn't work forever. It eventually resurfaces and spills out. And in the very first scene of the show, Carmy's dream about a bear hits the nail on the head. It was actually a highlight for his repressed family trauma. In the second season, the show needed a plot device to explore that repressed mental traumas and showcase just how broken Carmy is. And that plot device was Claire. Included myself, a lot of people felt like her presence didn't quite feel genuine. She never really goes beyond this idealized, pixie-like image, and we never see her as a fully realized and complex person. But that's because Carmy never allows her to get close, or truly get to know her. She comes across as this dreamy-eyed, composed, and successful girl who wants to be with him. Considering Carmy's lack of experience in romance and the weight of his unresolved traumas, consequently, we witness him pushing her away and struggling to navigate their relationship. So I totally understand why people dislike Claire. She's like a fever dream in a stressfully realistic show. She doesn't fit, and that's why Carmy doesn't let her in. He never lets her see the extent of his emotional baggage, his intense work life, or the challenges he faces. I think the strength of The Bear's Season 2 lies in its ability to convey Carmen's mental exhaustion and distress through the presence of the other characters. Specifically, his mother and brother have significant influences on him and lead him to self-sabotaging behaviors. As we see Carmy's experiences and his subtle responses throughout the season, it becomes clear that he shares more resemblance with his mother than we may have initially realized. Throughout the season, just like we see Donna did in the episode 6, Carmy consistently refuses help from others. And then when he messes up, he acted like a martyr. For example, he was supposed to make sure the shelves were in the right place, but then he complains when they're not. He struggles to giving up control and letting others take care of their job. Instead of being a real leader, he ends up being too controlling because he doesn't trust others. Just like Donna, he wants to have his hands in every little thing. He doesn't know how to take a step back properly. In the final episode, when Richie called him Donna, it was actually a significant moment that echoed these subtle references made throughout the season. The fact that he was stuck in the fridge because he didn't call the fridge guy, and the fact that he said his relationship with Claire is distracting, was all a metaphor for the self-sabotaging he does, which is exactly the same thing he has tried to avoid to become like his mother. As Richie pointed out, Carmy's self-sabotaging tendencies prevented anything good from happening in his life, which is the reason why he initially gave Claire the wrong number. However, there was also a healing side of him that really wanted to build a meaningful relationship with her, but unfortunately at the end of the season, his dark side won out. The words he spoke in the walk-in revealed that Carmy had always been aware of this aspect of himself.
I wasn't here, right? What the fuck was I thinking? Like I was gonna be in a relationship? I'm a fucking psycho. That's why I'm good at what I do. That's how I operate. I am the best because I didn't have any of this fucking bullshit. Right? I could focus and I could concentrate, and I had a routine, and I had fucking cell reception.
So in the end, with his underlying issues and unresolved traumas, Karmi is definitely one of the most complex characters I've come across on television recently. Every experience, every memory, and every hurt has become a part of him. It's like that saying, "You are what you eat." Now, as we look ahead to third season, Karmi will have to make a decision. He can either let all the negativity fester inside him until it makes him sick, or he can transform it into something new and meaningful, like a dish with depth and flavor. So maybe it's time for Karmi to leave the trauma and take the cannoli. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate if you could leave a comment, give a like, and click the subscribe. Your support will greatly help the mysterious algorithm work its magic. And if you want to support me personally, you can join the channel by using the join button. See you next time.